Hey, beautiful back pain sufferer. I'm going to walk you through a guided meditation to help relieve your pain. Find a comfortable seat, preferably where your sits bones, your seat, is a little bit higher than your knees, so your belly has room to breathe fully. Relax as best you can. Support yourself with any pillows or cushions, either behind your back if you're in a chair, underneath of your seat, and have your legs in any position that feels the most easeful, the most comfortable. If you have to get a cushion underneath of them, blocks underneath of your thighs, please support yourself. When you're ready to begin, close your eyes. Settle into the space by feeling all the points of your body that are connected to the surface you're sitting on. Feel the heaviness, the weight of your seat, your legs, perhaps the outsides of your feet and ankles, shins, knees, and thighs. Your legs are the strongest muscles in your body. Oftentimes when we have any disc issues, you feel tingling, numbness, burning, prickling, stinging sensations in the legs. Notice if you're feeling any of them now. Just observe. What actual physical sensations are present right here and now? Do not try to change it just yet. Try to be with it. If there are parts of the legs that are tingling, that are tight, if there's any type of pain or discomfort, acknowledge where exactly that is. What location? What's the surface area that it covers, internally or externally? And describe the sensation to yourself. Is it tingling, numb, burning, cooling, heating? Is it sharp and stabbing pain? Is it dull and throbbing pain? Acknowledge that this may change over the course of the meditation, so just allow that to shift. Continue observing and naming the pain, what it is. Repeat to yourself, I am not my pain. I am far greater. I am not my body. I am not my mind or the thoughts it produces. I am not these uncomfortable or painful sensations. I am an entire ocean of elements, an entire universe of particles and atoms, water, earth, air, wind, fire. I possess the elements of metals, electricity, heat, cold, cooling, warming. I create the reality in which I exist. My thoughts are not my reality. My thoughts are thoughts. They are valid, and they are sending a signal to my brain, my physical matter, that something needs attention. Acknowledge the message and thank it for being here, for alerting us, making us aware of the area of the body that needs attention, that is crying out for help. Use the mind, the brain, to reverse that warning signal, that fear response, into one of emergency care. Just like an EMT would rush onto the scene to save a life. Imagine that your mind, your brain, is the EMT for this pain. Allow your brain, your thoughts, to travel to that pain, to inspect it or assess what the situation is. What is the root cause of the pain? What is the origin point? What is the damage that has been done? What is the trauma? Your pain personified can speak to you and tell your brain what the problem is. Your pain is not unconscious. Your pain is very real and conscious and alive. So speak to it as you would a patient if you were the emergency medical team responding. Ask the pain, what happened? What do you need support with? Oftentimes the pain is just a surface level symptom, just like blood flowing from a deep wound, or perhaps a cut on the surface where a bone is broken. Ask the pain what is beneath the surface, what is underlying the sensation that is unpleasant, what is underneath the tingling, the burning, the numbness. If you get no reply, or if you're simply confused as to the message, acknowledge that perhaps the message will not come in any way that you have perceived before. It may not be words. It may be that you envision something behind your eyes, or that your spirit travels back in your memory to either earlier in this life or to a previous life. Time is not linear. Remember that you may even be experiencing an anxiety or fear that has taken place in the future. And right here in this present moment, that situation has not occurred yet. Perhaps the root of the pain is from a deeply embedded wound or trauma that you suffered in your childhood, or perhaps an ancestral trauma or a soul contract that your soul made in a previous life. Allow yourself the space and the time to sit with that question, to befriend the pain and allow it to be welcome to express itself. Oftentimes, pain continues just as a child throwing a tantrum would if not given attention. Give the screaming child of your pain all of your attention. focus on it. As challenging or painful as it may be to your physical body as well as your emotions and your subtle energy, focus on the pain. Focus on the physical location of it and continue describing it to yourself. Has it shifted or transmuted into a different type of pain? What was once stabbing, perhaps is now numb. What was once numb, perhaps is now tingling. What was once tingling, possibly might be dissipating, evolving into a state of no sensation. Observe and name. The more we can ask where, what, how, why, the more information we have to piece together how we can help. We clear away the scene so that we do not inflict any further damage by creating sacred space. We assess by noting the current condition of the pain. Then we ask the pain just like we would ask a patient or a screaming child. What is wrong? What is causing this? I am here to listen to you and to help you as best I can. What would you like to share with me? What am I not seeing? What can I not feel? What can I not sense? Because I've been ignoring you, hoping that you will go away. I have been trying to cut you out, to make you stop, to force you to end. Because you are stopping me from doing the things that I love. Perhaps in this moment, this thing requires more of your attention in order to open you to more love, abundance, peace, joy, bliss. This pain is blocking you. How can you unblock the pain? How can you allow the pain to be fully expressed? To tell you all of the secrets it's been holding inside. To shine a light on the darkness that it has been hiding within. Ask and listen. Wait for the reply. Oftentimes the reply comes in immediately, but because we have not practiced, we dismiss it as silly, irrelevant, not real. If a child were crying in front of you, and I told you that someone had hurt them, would you believe them? What more would you ask them to share with you to help them relieve the pain? So too, can you ask your pain, what happened? Why are you in this condition? Listen and feel into the first response. Try not to brush it off as coming too soon, being too woo-woo. You do not have to trust it just yet, but acknowledge that it is there. No matter how silly or immature or naive or unreal it seems or feels. The simple observation and acknowledgement is the first step in trusting that when you ask, you will receive the answer. Now imagine you are that little child. You have been hurt, and that hurt is what is causing this pain. What will soothe the little child in you the most? What is the most caring and compassionate and nurturing thing you can do for you, this small, helpless, hurt child? The one who does not yet know how to care for itself, is relying on adults, parents, to guide it. You are the child, and you are also capable of being the compassionate adult, the parent you may have never had. Give yourself what you need. Provide that thing that your inner child is asking for. How will you give it to yourself? What small steps can you take to eventually arrive there? How will you hold yourself accountable to taking just one step? And how will you celebrate any progress towards that goal? This begins the process of self-coaching, reparenting, and soothing our own pain from trauma. It may be as simple as an accident, an injury that was ignored or left untreated, uncared for. It may be a devastating trauma of severe abuse, neglect, abandonment, perhaps even death in a past life. It may be a contract that your soul made that is holding you back, or perhaps an unknowing ill deed that you committed when you did not know any better. Forgive yourself. Forgive whoever or whatever harmed you. and ask yourself, how can I support myself best to allow this pain to express itself so that it feels seen, so that it may relax. Please come back to this anytime you need it. Bring your hands to your heart center. Gently bow your head. Acknowledge yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, and your emotions, your psychic centers, your inner knowing or intuition. Send gratitude and love to all of the aspects of your being. We are all, in fact, spiritual beings experiencing humanness. You are not your pain. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are far greater. You are the entire universe within, just as the entire universe exists, because you are an essential piece of it. I love you, but most importantly, you love you. Gently open your eyes and lower your hands, and take a couple of breaths as you return to the space. Look around you. Notice what you see, you hear, you feel. And when you are ready, observe again. What is the pain now? Where is it? What is the sensation? What is the texture or color? What is the intensity? Acknowledge if this practice was helpful for you, and if you'd like to continue it. If this practice was not helpful, feel free to leave it and never return. May you always consciously choose that which serves and supports you on your journey to total healing and your return to love. You are love. You came from love. And you will return to love. Take care. See you soon.